a new world order can emerge, a new era.
I admire America on many counts, but I think maybe the federal system needs to be looked at independently and rethought.
Task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis.
Oh, thank you. I'm a ballerina, you know, and I'm putting myself through the Billetnikov Ballet School.
Well, you certainly got the body for it.
And it stretches in every direction.
Here's a little something extra for the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Oh, thank you.
Understand that if active duty military actually get deployed within the United States, that weapon is not just pointed at other people, other countries. It's pointed at you.
What are you looking at, Liz?
If you do not get in your house when I tell you to, you become the enemy.
Let's go back to the late 1970s when homosexual radicals, I'm not talking about all homosexuals,
right.
Homosexual radicals fought and succeeded in destroying the most obvious common sense kinds of public health policies we should have immediately adopted to deal with HIV/AIDS. They destroyed them.
Yeah.
And that resulted in the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. They treated, they demanded, they bribed, they forced our public health policies to reconfigure themselves to treat HIV/AIDS as a social disease. To this day, we have no legal right to know who is or who is not infected and carrying up to 30 opportunistic diseases. We do not have the right to know.
Isn't that strange?
However, if someone has syphilis, they're tracked, they're identified, all their contacts are traced, but not HIV/AIDS. So, yes, we go back. You're right. There is a homosexual rage among certain members of that community, the radicals. They are absolutely responsible for a catastrophe in this country.
And it's the same reason that they don't let people know in Virginia who the child pedophiles are. This, you know, the pedophile group is very, you know, they're involved with some of the homosexuals, and, you know, police officers like the one, Shorty Satterwhite, who was a Marine, who was a known homosexual.
What are you looking at, Liz?
Today I've come to talk about our nation's efforts to address this vital issue to the health and the safety of all Americans. I'm here to discuss our strategy to prevent and protect the American people from a possible outbreak.
The President's made perfectly clear that our number one priority is, in the event of a pandemic, is to save lives. The President has a plan to do just that.
First, we must detect outbreaks that occur anywhere in the world. Second, we must protect the American people by stockpiling vaccines and antiviral drugs and improve our ability to rapidly produce new vaccines against a pandemic strain.
We need to have a surveillance plan that allows us to identify when an incident has occurred in the world. The sooner we know, the more quickly and more adequately we can respond.
We thought it would be irresponsible not to take on the pandemic planning effort to make sure that whenever it is, under whatever president's watch, that as a nation we're better prepared because it's the right thing to do. It can't be avoided.
The pandemic is unlike other natural disasters. Outbreaks can happen simultaneously in hundreds or even thousands of locations at the same time. And unlike storms or floods, which strike in an instant and then recede, a pandemic can continue spreading destruction in repeated waves that can last for a year or more. And one day many lives could be needlessly lost because we failed to act today. And one day many lives could be needlessly lost because we failed to act today.
Understand that if active duty military actually get deployed within the United States, that weapon is not just pointed at other people, other countries. It's pointed at you. If you do not get in your house when I tell you to, you become the enemy. Martial law.